Good morning, everybody. Let's talk about every game happened on April 8th. We got a lot of games. Let's get into it. The first game is the Grizzlies beat the Charlotte Hornets. Um, with the new coaching, Zach Edey is going off. 19 rebounds, 3 steals, and a block. Absolutely must roster. Um, it'll be interesting what happens with him next year because he could be a legit top 50 player next year if given the minutes. Right, 19 rebounds, super good field goal. He's going to provide you some blocks as well. Desmond Bain plays his 25 because of the blowout. Ja Morant played 27 minutes at 28 points. Jalen Wells had a scary injury. Hopefully he's all right. But then Zach Edey needs to be picked up for the Grizzlies. For the Charlotte Hornets, this is punting season for them. It's been there for a while. Nobody really had a great game. Mark Williams struggled a little bit, but still had one steal and a block, 7 rebounds. But you can't really trust any Hornet guys because you see the minutes. It's pretty low across the board. The next game is the Chicago Bulls beat the lost to Cavaliers 113. I think they just punted this game away, right? They rested Kobe White, they rested Josh Giddey. They are right now the 9th seed. I'm really surprised they rested all their guys. Why don't they want to go chase for that 8th seed? Or they think, okay, maybe it's strategic. They know they're not going to beat the Cavs, maybe. So they played Javon Carter 33 minutes. But I think all the guys going to be back. They're going to make a late push for the 8th seed. They even played Jalen Smith. They just rested their entire squad versus the Cavaliers. And then for the Cavs, you might get some rest. Donovan Mitchell was out. Garland had an amazing game with 28 points. Mobley and Allen both play super well. These two guys, they've been just super consistent all year. And DeAndre Hunter, we could stream him for some points in the next few games. We really only have 3 games left. Moving on to the next one, I gotta go, so it's gonna be kind of a quick one. The Wizards and the Indiana Pacers. I'm surprised it was this close. Jordan Poole played just 20 minutes, still had 19 points. He's putting up numbers in like 20 to 22 minutes. Jordan Poole could be good next year. If you can get him after the 6th or 7th round, I still like that because now Kyle Kuzma is gone. So they're playing a pretty good brand of basketball. Bob Carrington playing huge minutes, need to be rostered. Keyshawn George next year could also be good. He's a very good 3-and-D guy. Right, hit 1 3 and a steal here. And Alex Sarr, of course, next year he needs to be drafted. He has some good upside with his blocks. 3 blocks here, 6 assists, and 12 rebounds. They also had a great game here. Versus the Pacers, Miles Turner struggled but had 5 blocks and 11 rebounds and 14 points. Tyrese Halliburton hit 3 threes and 22 points. And surprisingly, only 6 assists versus the Wizards. And Siakam had 10 rebounds and 2 steals and 24 points. The Pacers, they are the 4th seed, and they're probably going to end up, I don't think they can catch up to the Knicks with only 3 games. So they are locked in first round matchup with the Bucks unless something really crazy happens. The next game is the Atlanta Hawks and the Orlando Magic, 112-119. They're fighting for that 8th spot. Trey, another good game with 28 points and 10 assists. It's just so good. Like, when you have players that are fighting for that spot, they're not resting. They're playing every single game, putting up great numbers. Dyson Daniels also brought his A game here, and Okongwu played 40 minutes, and they still lost to the Magic. 14 rebounds is big, 3 steals, 4 threes, 30 points. Magic is a tough team, and they decided to go with their bench, Terrence Mann and Karis LeVert. Just Ricochet, he's too raw at the moment. He's still very, very raw. For the Magic, Banchero, 33 points. The counting numbers look really good. It just, his efficiency really needs to improve. For Wendell Carter Jr., oh my God, what is going on? 6 steals and 3 blocks. That is some crazy defensive numbers and 9 rebounds. KCP had 3 threes and 3 steals. Franz Wagner had 2 steals and a block, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists and 22 points. All the Magic guys played really, really well. And Magic in the same boat. They are fighting to stay at the 7th seed. Right? They're probably going to get this after this. This win is huge. Because if they lost to the Hawks, right, depending on who had the tiebreaker, right, they basically have the same seed record. So this was actually a big game, and you can see coach when it comes to playoff time, they don't trust Ricochet. They want to go with some of the older guys. The next game, well, this is two funny teams playing each other. The Pelicans lost to the Brooklyn Nets 114-119, and Jose Alvarado, absolutely must roster, plays just 23 minutes, and same thing with Antonio Reeves. He can really give you a lot of points and threes. And Peyton, oh my God, Peyton, 10 assists, 2 steals, and a block. If you need assists, you gotta stream this guy. There's only 3 games left, but he get 10 assists in 23 minutes. Imagine if Jose Alvarado is out, he could get you 15 assists. Kelly Olynyk plays just 20. Yeah, Bruce Brown, Kelly Olynyk, these guys, right? Even though they start, they don't really get the minutes. So I really only like Peyton if you need assists. Everybody else is just hard to predict. Antonio Reeves, you can get him for points and threes. For the Brooklyn Nets, same issue. Look at the minutes. Claxton started, played just 17 minutes. What is going on? And then you have like Max, like who are these guys? I wouldn't really touch the Nets guys unless there's a back-to-back. Then all of these guys you could stream. Drew Timmy, I don't think Nets have a back-to-back left. It's just too hard to predict their minutes. So I wouldn't really stream any of these guys as we get to the end of the season. They've been doing this for a while now, like Cam Thomas, right? D'Lo. The whole time he's been traded to the Nets, he just doesn't get the minutes, you know. The next game is the Celtics. They barely beat the Knicks in overtime in New York. But man, Derek White, 14 points, 9 assists, 8 rebounds, 4 threes. The Celtics team, they're just so good. Jaylen Brown left the game early, but that's okay. To be honest, Jaylen Brown, as big as his contract is, like, the Celtics can win without him. Like, they can win the championship without Jaylen Brown, without their finals MVP. This is how I feel. He's a -2 here in his 21 minutes. They have enough firepower, honestly. And then the guards can really guard anybody, right? Jason Tatum, 32 points, and Kristaps Porzingis, 34 points, and hit 8 threes as well. Yeah, Jaylen Brown is their best defender. When it comes to guarding, like Lucas, those big wings, he is their best defender. So Tatum can kind of spend more effort on offense. For the Knicks, OG finally cooled down, but still had 2 steals and 2 blocks. But when Jalen Brunson is taking 21 shots, right? Cat also had it going. It's hard to get into a rhythm. Josh Hart had 3 steals and 7 assists. All the Knicks starters, they put up good numbers, and it will be the same situation next year as well. Because Tom Thibodeau, he's not going to change. He's going to play their guys high minutes every single game anyways. Cat had a good game with 34 points and 14 rebounds. But the bad loss for the Knicks after this loss, they are going to be the 3rd seed. So they just want to, get into that playoff mode, right? Because they could play Celtics in the 2nd round. But Celtics will be huge favorite going into that series. The next game is the Timberwolves and Milwaukee Bucks, 103-110. This is the big loss by the Timberwolves. Can't believe they lost this game. They were up a lot. And with this loss, they're stuck at 8th seed. That's the worst possible seed for them. They have to play Grizzlies. They have to win. The Grizzlies, they won 3 straight. So, yeah, like if you're 7th, 8th seed, you're still looking good to make the playoffs because you should be able to beat Kings, even if you lose to the 7th seed. But you just never know. One game, anything can happen. Anthony Edwards, but the Wolves are a really good team. Anthony Edwards played okay. Missed a lot of threes, actually. Dante popped off with 24 points. But, we only got 2-3 games left. I think Dante is somebody we could for sure stream if you need steals and threes. And same thing with Naz Reid if you need threes and some rebounds and some blocks. But a lot of Timberwolves, all these guys have committed 4 fouls. They foul a lot because they're quite aggressive on the defensive end. But in the playoffs, Anthony Edwards should really be careful in the first quarter. If you're the best player on the team, you should not be that aggressive on defense. even if you're the defender, right? If you Jaden McDaniels, you don't want to get 2 fouls in the first quarter, right? For the Bucks, Giannis didn't even play that well. He had a triple double, that's great, but 4 for 11 from the free throw line. They got Bobby Portis back, which is huge, right? Their bench really killed it. Kevin Porter Jr. is a plus 18, had 5 steals. My God, this is some pretty crazy numbers from Kevin Porter Jr. Yeah, with no Dane, I think it's okay to stream him for some guard stats. Again, we only have 2 games left, so he's been trending in the right direction. Same thing with Bobby Portis. Like if you need rebound, points, threes, and efficiency, right? He could be the guy for the there are like 2 games left. Brook Lopez played just 28 minutes. When everybody is playing, Brook Lopez doesn't really get a lot of touches, even though he could definitely get a lot of points if Giannis is out. And Kyle Kuzma only played 24 minutes here. They decided to go with the bench, and it worked out for them. The next one, the Oklahoma City Thunder beat the Lakers. The Lakers are barely holding on to the 3rd seed. I don't know who had the tiebreaker over, is it the Clippers or the Lakers? Because if the Lakers have the tiebreaker, even though they're 1 game ahead, they're really 2 games ahead. So they just got to win 1 game, and then they'll be the 3rd seed, which is absolutely huge for the Lakers. They could make a run to the conference finals and then beat OKC. Anything can happen. This game, Luka also got ejected from talking to a fan. So yeah, I don't know. Austin Reeves, another great game, but missed 4 free throws somehow. 24 points, and LeBron also did his work. But LeBron and Austin Reeves are minus 23 and minus 19 this game. It's okay. There's a good chance these 2 teams will meet. It both can. The good chance these two teams will meet in the conference finals. It'll be a very good series. The West this year, so many good matchups. Who knows? We might even get a Lakers versus the Warriors first round matchup. That would be insane, actually. But I think Denver, they're going the other way. So who knows? From the 4th seed to the 7th seed, to the 8th seed, they literally have the same record. 3rd to 8th, the West is a bloodbath. For OKC, Shea absolutely went off with 42 points and 5 threes. He's been hitting a lot of threes lately, attempting a lot of threes too. This might be something he needs to do in the playoffs versus the Lakers, because they're gonna pack the paint versus him, because that is one of his weakness. But if he start hitting those threes, right, he's gonna be really hard to guard. They might just need to throw more double team at him. Lou Dort hit 5 threes. That's also great. Jalen Williams had a good game offensively as well. And Isaiah Hartenstein had 15 boards in 29 minutes. And Chet Holmgren, he has not been good. Next year, we got to think about if he's a guy that we want to draft in the 2nd round. Because he's not going to give you a lot of points, right? It's a lot of efficiency and defensive stats. I don't know if that's going to be enough, The next game is the Warriors. They beat Phoenix. The Phoenix Suns, man, going into this game, they are still in the playoff hunt. Like, they lost 7 straight. Even though mathematically it wasn't very likely. How about Podziemski? 22 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 4 threes in 22 minutes. Steph Curry also had a great night. Good bounce back from the Rocket game. When you play Phoenix, it's fine. Warriors, who knows? If they're the 4th seed, it doesn't really matter. Like, if you're 6, you play Lakers. Clippers is also very, very tough. So there's no easy matchup in the first round if you're between, like, even if you're the 2nd seed Rockets, right? You might end up playing the Grizzlies or the Timberwolves. Both teams are pretty tough. You just got to try to win out and try to maybe get home court. That's really it. For Phoenix, they're going to blow it up. I worry for Booker. Is he going to play the last game? Even if he does play 25 minutes, 30 minutes, right? He's going to stop trying. 21 points here is great. Actually, not that great in 30 minutes. Beal, he's getting paid $50 million. And he's just doing things like this. Pretty crazy stuff. Last game of the night, we have the Spurs. This is actually a pretty close game, 117-121, and there's no box data available. Okay, so we can't really talk about it. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow.